I do think citizen journalism is really important. First, ordinary people, there's a lot more ordinary people than there are professional journalists, so sometimes they can find things out that professional journalists won't know about, and at least in the United States, citizen journalists are more likely to speak truth to power than traditional journalists. On the other hand, traditional journalists have organizations which can help with things like fact-checking or professional editing, and there are a lot of citizen journalists who sometimes forget to check facts. On the other hand, there are professional journalists who have access to fact-checkers but forget to use them. That's the hope, but in practice we're not finding as much of that as we'd like so far, but that's okay. We are starting to see hybrid organizations. The best example might be Huffington Post. And I'm now doing a little blogging there, and I hope to do some reporting when I go next month to the Democratic National Convention. In some respects, it's easier to censor things, but people who develop the technology have come up with ways to work around the censorship. There's the use of proxy servers, for example. What I hear is that if you're in China, if you want to work around censorship there, apparently it's easy to do that. I'd refer you, though, to the experts in this. The people I know who know the most are the folks at Global Voices Online, which train people in the use of blogging overseas, and then sometimes they help people who get into trouble. I do see a lot of potential for citizen journalism sites, or maybe hybrid sites, to get people together, to get people to care about issues which matter. Some of that's happening now, but I don't think anyone's really figured it out yet. That's a subject of much discussion right now. Well, in a way, the internet is everyone's printing press, and now and then people find a new way to collaborate that changes things and make things different. For example, in the past, the internet was used, let's say in Britain in 1688, to create representative democracy, and there were bloggers, people like John Locke back then. In our country, in 1776 and 1787, people used the internet back then, the printing press, to change the way people govern a country, and we here invented our own form of representative democracy. What's happening next, no one is quite sure, but some people speculate that when you have millions of people who are engaged in government, we're going to see mechanisms which allow the people with the best ideas to have a great deal of influence in government. Maybe we're beginning to see that. One example is the website by Marcos Molitzas, dailycost.com. A guy who has similar influence is Glenn Reynolds at instapundit.com. Something is happening. It's only beginning now, and no one knows what's going to happen.